lads, welcome back to the vlog. I'm on the Causeway Coast, on the Giants Causeway in North Antrim. As you can see, the sun is on the way down. We've got a dramatic enough sky, hoping that it will develop as the evening progresses. Also hoping to try and get down to Ballantoy. Not sure whether we'll have the time or not. I'm in the company of Steven Black, a friend of mine up here in Belfast. I'm here probably about an hour and a half before sunset. Lovely action in the actual sea here. Quite often you'd be here and there mightn't be a lot happening, so I'm going to try and get a whole load of different shots. Obviously the shots will have to try and incorporate in some form or shape the basalt rocks that are here. Sun going down with a dramatic sky there, so hopefully that will develop as the evening goes on. I'm hoping to get onto another location later. I'm not sure whether that will happen or not. Not too packed here at the Giants Causeway, but it is earlier in the year. I have the camera set up here with the sun dipping down, rocks in the foreground. I might pull it back a bit so that I can incorporate some of the actual little pools that are in the that are on the actual rocks themselves, and again probably using, I would say probably 1/5 of a second, maybe even longer, but not over a half of a second exposure, so that I get definition in the water, so that I get action in the water. Got a very strong sun coming there now. I think it's going to dip behind a cloud in a while. I brought you to this central little lake that sticks into the sea here at the Giants Causeway. I was over at the maybe the longest and largest lake just a while ago, getting some wave action in the water. What I like about this particular one is that it's so high there, and the incline just to that point. What I'm hoping now is somebody will come along and stand into it, and I'll be able to take a shot, especially with the sun in the background. It's lovely to have a figure in it, and they're either silhouetted with the sunset, or maybe sometimes you can actually shoot it from the side. But you do want to have sea and sky behind them for definition. If I don't get it today, I'll show you one that I took here 2 years ago, and we had quite a sea that day, but certainly less clouds in the sky and a stunning, almost spiritual sunset. There was absolute silence here, no waves or anything like that sounding. It's just, and all that were here all felt at that particular night. It's just one of those times you just have to be here. photographer here now just behind me, and I might use that particular person in a shot. So I'm going to run at a minute, get my camera and see how I go. Brought you over to this other, just a different section on the middle projection, we call it. We have a little mini bay here, just to the left of that, a set of basalt rocks. What has caught my attention is, well, at the moment the sun is behind the clouds, and hopefully that will drop below it in a minute. There's a lovely arc to the left-hand side of that mini bay. The tide is on the way out. The left is very wet basalt rocks, which will reflect on shore in a minute. You can see the waves crashing against the rock, and will reflect the actual light from the sky, and particularly from that setting sun. And hopefully I'll take a shot from it up here. Probably will use either a 1635 or maybe a 24-105. My gut feeling is a 24-105. I don't even think I'll use too long an exposure, to be honest. I might even hand hold it just to see how it goes, although it is getting dark here at the moment here now. That light is down behind a right dark dirty cloud, which we didn't need, but we have. That might actually prove to be fantastic in a minute when the light drops down below that cloud and it lights up all the sky, particularly the cloud. So we'll see how this goes. It may or may not work. If it doesn't, I won't be showing you the shot, but it might, and we'll see how it goes. Folks, well, that's the sun gone down there now. In truth, there wasn't the great sunset that I was expecting. I thought the actual sun would drop down under the clouds. Well, it did obviously, but as you can see, there was another layer of clouds, and it was very, very diffused as it was dropping down. We didn't get the power of the actual light here that I've got before. I'll show you some shots. If I haven't shown them to you already, I'll show you some shots that I got before here as the sun's going down without any clouds. I took some shots just over there at the end of the headland, got some wave action, tried to take in the headland off on my left hand side as well too. and obviously if you're here you might as well get the basalt stones, so they're my foreground of some of my shots. So that's it here from a short trip up to the Giants Causeway. I'm on my way back to Scotland again. I'm sure I'll be showing more shots and more videos in time to come. If you haven't subscribed, well, why not subscribe and catch up with all those adventures in Scotland. I'm hoping to get to possibly England later in the year, but again, it all depends on how things go. If you like what you saw, please give me a like. It helps develop the channel. And until then, mind yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.